Hi, myself Apurva Jyoti. Today we are going to learn about the agriculture and irrigation during this Chola time and all. In the last class we have learned that this Chola bronze is the finest one in the world, right? Which they made deities, so few images, few idols of deities and devotees to make these temples and all. So now we are going to learn about agriculture. How was the agriculture going on at that time? What sort of facilities were there for them, like irrigation facilities and all? Many of the achievements of the Cholas were made possible through new development in agriculture. So many developments or many success, like achievements in the sense what they have achieved, what success they got of the Cholas were made possible, means they developed this agriculture at their time. Like Cholas developed this agriculture and they achieved many success during this time by developing new methods, new techniques and all. Look at map 2 of into several small streams before emptying into the Bay of Bengal. So if you see the map 2 which is there, you can see many streams like blue color lines which are emptying, which are going and joining into Bay of Bengal, right? So before emptying they are go, like you can see there. Notice that the river Kaveri branches off into several small streams before emptying into Bay of Bengal. These streams overflow frequently, depositing fertile soil on their banks. So this soil which is there, they'll be overflowing, means they'll be flowing excessively. What is flowing then? Teacher, water will be moving from one place to another. No, they don't stay at one place. They are not stagnant, right? They'll be moving constantly. So that moving, flowing will be heavy, means they'll flow in very high amount, very more amount, taking the fertile soil with them, and wherever the water goes and joins to that bank of the rivers, this fertile soil gets settled, means they stay at that place. Water from the streams also provide the necessary moisture for agriculture. So water which is flowing from the streams and all, that provides the necessary of moisture. So whatever the moisture, whatever the wetness which agriculture land need, this stream water will be providing that support to the agriculture. That moisture will be provided by this stream water. Particularly the cultivation of rice. For cultivation of rice it require more water. So this flowing of water, the streams which flow, no, like small lakes and all, that water will provide moisture, wetness to the land of agriculture. Cultivation land will be getting that moisture through that stream water, especially for cultivation of rice and all. That will be helpful, it seems. Now you can see, although agriculture had developed earlier in the other parts of Tamil Nadu, it was only from the 5th or 6th century that this area was opened up for large scale cultivation. So even though in the olden days Tamil Nadu and these regions are developed for cultivation, means they are already well known for cultivation, they grow crops very good, right? So it was like 5th or 6th century that it was opened for, means it was opened for large scale, very big cultivation. They started cultivating in very big areas and in more amount. Forest had to be cleared in some regions, land had to be leveled in other areas. So in few areas they are like clearing the forest area, means large tract of land which is there, which are covered with plants and trees, they are removing that and they started cultivating crops, they started growing crops in that area. In some other areas they started leveling the land, means making the land into one level. Ups and downs will be there, no, removing that and making into one level. In the delta region, embankment have had to be built to prevent flooding and canals had to be constructed to carry water to the fields. So in some areas, in delta areas where all the like sand and all fertile land gets settled, no, through rainwater and all flowing of water. So in those areas they started constructing the embankments like borders or these canals and all, and they started storing the water in that. Whenever these land or the farmers need water for cultivating the land, cultivation process to water the crops and all, they'll be helping these farmers by sending this water to their fields, like that. In many areas, two crops were grown in the year. So that time in many areas, two crops in one year, two type of crops will be grown in that cultivation land. In many cases, it was necessary to water the crops artificially. So teacher, how can we provide water artificially? Through irrigation, like provide digging the bore wells or arranging the pipelines and sending this canal water to the fields and all. What is the natural way of watering, teacher? Means rainwater. So in few areas they have provided this artificial watering facility, like digging the borewells or arranging the water pipelines and supplying water to the fields, like that. A variety of methods were used for agriculture irrigation. So not only one process like arranging the pipelines or digging, like that, so many ways they have find out, so many other ideas they got for providing irrigation facilities to the fields and all. In some areas wells were dug, so bore wells were dug in some areas. In other places huge tanks were constructed to collect rainwater. So to store rainwater they constructed very big tanks and also that the water get deposited into the tank, means get filled in the tank, and that water will be sent to the fields. Remember that irrigation works require planning, organizing labor and resources, maintaining this work, and deciding on how water is to be stored. So for this, for constructing very big tanks and all, first they want to have plan how to construct, in what way to construct, what are the things, material they want, like cement, bricks and all these material they want, even labor they want, means the working people who will be constructing the tank and all, no, the labor they are needed. And even after constructing and after storing the water also, maintenance is required, means cleaning the tank regularly. Like if any repair work is there, doing that repair immediately so that the complete tank will not get collapsed or will not get damaged. Maintenance, looking after the tank, and how water is to be shared, means how much water is to be sent to each and every field, and how much water is to be sent for one day. They have to look after everything. Most of the new rulers as well as people living in villages took an active interest in these activities. So all the people and the rulers who are there, they started taking interest in such type of activities, so that all the people will be getting benefit out of that. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.